You've probably heard me say a lot in these videos that we need to take ownership of our lives and of our learning and of our growth and development. But what does that actually look like? And how do you know when you're doing it or when you're not? I didn't first learn how to take ownership of anything, really, until I got into college. I kind of skated through high school just to keep my head down. I was in a state of strategic compliance. I did what I had to do in order for adults to leave me alone. And it wasn't until I got into college when I realized that the game was for real. If I failed, that there was real money that would be lost through tuition that I'd have to pay again in order to take the class again. So I actively sought out guides and mentors to teach me how to study and how to take notes. And I feel like that was the first time in my life that I genuinely took ownership of a thing, that it was actually my responsibility to ensure that I was going to be okay. In the last video, we talked about growth mindset, how your beliefs shape your capacity to grow. But mindset alone isn't enough. Ownership is the action side of agency. So growth mindset happens in the mind, happens internally, and ownership happens externally. It's actually observable. It's what you do when you believe that your efforts matter. Taking ownership of your learning means treating your education like it belongs to you, not to your teacher, not to your parents, not for a grade. In relationships, it means treating your relationships like they belong to you. In finances, it means treating your finances as if they belong to you, right? That you alone are responsible for your well-being in these domains of your life. Well, that's not entirely true. Relationships are also two-sided or in a group multidimensional. You are responsible for your contribution to those said relationships. You build them. You manage your time. You seek feedback. You show up. Ownership is observable. It's made visible through specific behaviors, which we're going to go through in today's video. So if you're not driving, I would like you to pause this video and take out a piece of paper or open your journal if you have one and take note. All right, so I'm going to ask you to rate elements of your life on a scale. I want you to just pick one. If you want to go through the rest of your life and replay this video over and over again to do all facets of your life, you can. In fact, you're encouraged to do so. However, I want you to just pick one area of your life for now. Maybe you struggle in this area of your life. Maybe you feel like it's a strength. We're going to test and see where you are on this scale of ownership engagement. And it doesn't matter what area of life you choose. I've got lots of examples here for you if you need some inspiration. You might choose your health, physical health and wellness. Maybe you choose your mental health and wellness. You might choose your spiritual life, your inner life. You might choose your education and learning, your engagement with maybe a particular hobby, or your media consumption, how you consume certain media, whether it's reading or watching TV, movies. You may choose your creative life. If you're a creator, or if you're someone who wants to be creative. You might choose to focus on your relationships or your parenting or your caregiving if you're a caregiver. You might choose to focus on your work or career or a business if you're a business owner. You might focus on your financial wellness or your civic participation. So whatever it is, I want you to pick one of these areas of your life, and on a scale of 1 to 5, I want you to think about your level of ownership as I read to you these 6 domains of ownership. So the first one is active participation. In this area of your life, are you fully present in the thing that you're doing? Are you an active participant? Ownership starts with attention. So do you give this area of your life attention? Are you attentive to your finances? Do you check them? Do you watch them? Do you track them? Or do you neglect them? So are you focused on that particular area of your life? And what distracts you from them? Do you have strategies to stay focused on it? To return to it repeatedly, consistently, over and over? And do you take initiative in that area? Would you say that you are involved? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 5. You can say 5 is your high end. If you got 5 stars, then you are doing A in finances or whatever it is you chose. Now we're going to move on to the second one. If you need more time to think about it, you can pause the video. We're going to move on to the second domain of observable behavior of taking ownership in this domain of your life. So the second one is building relationships. But the question is, do you know who to go to when you're stuck? If you reach a sticking point in which things get difficult, which I don't know what to do with my finances at this point, or I don't know how to grow in this area of your life, who do you go to talk to? And are you willing to ask for help or feedback? Do you have a few people you can go to when you need support? Can you actively rely on your relationships to help you grow out of your sticking points, to stay on track, and to actually grow and flourish in that area? And furthermore, do you regularly build these strong relationships so that you can get help and reach your goals? So if you don't do any of these things, you're probably at a 1. If you do all of these things, you're probably at a 5. All right, number 3, tackle and monitor your growth. Do you break big tasks into manageable pieces? Do you adjust if your first strategy isn't working? Do you have an idea of what you need to learn? Do you have a plan? Is it working? What strategies are working for you? Which ones are not? Do you adapt and make changes based on the results? And finally, what is helping you grow the best? What's helping you grow the fastest? Number 4, seek feedback. Do you resist feedback or do you use it to make your work better? Do you even accept feedback? Are you even receptive to feedback? Many people aren't. Do you resist it when it feels tough? Do you use it to improve your work? Is your acceptance of feedback consistent? Do you seek it out actively so that this area of your life can be the best it can possibly be? All right, if you need more time, go ahead and remember to pause the video. Moving on to number 5, milestones. Are you using your resources and supports and your own effort to meet your goals? Do you often wait until the last minute in this area of your life, or when you feel forced to ask for help? Do you use resources and support when it's available? Is this area of your life polished and timely? Or do you have a bunch of overdue bills that need to be paid off? Do you aim for the best? Do you aim to provide your best work every time? Do you set goals? Do you track your progress? All right, rate it 1 to 5. Number 6, do you understand your impact on the community? This is about impact of your actions with others. So do you see how things change in your community? And do you see your role in it? Do you understand how your actions affect others? Maybe your community is just a small household. Maybe it's the town. I don't know. Maybe it's the planet. Do you understand how your behavior affects others? Do you reflect on and adjust your actions in order to make the most positive impact on others in this particular area of your life? So that's it. 6 questions, 6 observable behaviors of taking ownership of your growth. That's active participation, building relationships or connections, social connections, tackling and monitoring your growth, seeking feedback, progressing through milestones, and observing and reflecting on your impact in the community. You see, taking ownership isn't about being perfect, it's about being responsible. You don't need to master all of these at once. You just need to pick one and level up, and that's agency in action. So if you had to choose one domain to work on this week, which would it be? Leave it in the comments. Tell me whether it's progressing through milestones or seeking feedback or building relationships or whatever. Leave it in the comments or journal about it. I would love to hear what you have to say, what your thoughts are. But just know that ownership starts with a single step.